Hi, my name is Tolu. They call me Lord Tana, and she is called.
I'm Chomi Singh. They call me Lady T.
Nice to meet you, and we are the Tanas, and this is Love Unscripted with the Tanas.
Just a little intro about who we are. So we are Tolu and Chomi Singh, as we have mentioned earlier, and we've been married for 15 years. It will be 16 years in December.
So that's why you feel you can touch my leg anyway.
Oh. Your body is my body.
Hey.
Anyways, so we've been married for 15 years, and we're blessed with 4 children. A little background on love and who or how we are. Have you ever thought about the fact that the person you marry or your spouse or whoever it is you're in relationship with is a random stranger? That is somebody you don't know from Adam. You just suddenly meet this person and you think, I like this person, or there's something about this person, and then you begin to talk to this person, you begin to get in touch, and before you know what's happening, one thing leads to the other, and you're married to this person. This person is not related to you, not your father, your mother, your sibling, a stranger, but you expect utmost devotion from this stranger to you. And when we feel like that, and we feel like it's just this person and me, that's exclusiveness, exclusivity, whatever we choose to call it, we begin to think, okay, I think I love this person because, and that is how we all find ourselves in this place where we are tied to one person, and we call it love, we call it relationship, marriage, whatever it is, but we get to this place where it's just this one person, and we expect the world from this one person.
On this episode, we're going to be talking about love, and one of our, younger colleagues or younger friends asked us, how do I know it's true love? Okay, so I'm a bit of a rebel, right? I usually say you don't know. Because love is not a feeling. Love is it's not something that happens to you, or it's not like thunder that strikes you, right? Love is something that grows. It's like a seed that happens in your heart, starts to grow, and all of a sudden you feel this overwhelming feeling, and then guess what? It starts to cool down. And then the light comes into your eyes, and you begin to really, really understand what love is. Now, in this episode, we're going to break down these elements and show you how we interpret love.
I met this random stranger in 2001. And
a long time ago.
That's a long time ago.
So you should start the story long time ago in a kingdom far away.
And so I met this random stranger. He actually came to a camp. I was in a teenage camp that year. It's called Solid Foundation Camp, Solid Foundation Ministry. And he came that year. He wasn't a camper. The camp was for like 10 days. And he wasn't a camper. He came on the Friday, the weekend, to the end of the camp. And he was here because his cousin asked him to come and check out, ladies, like come and...
So this is why I didn't want them to tell this story.
Okay.
Continue.
I should not say.
No, continue.
So to come and check, some ladies and all that. And he came and he met me. He met a few other ladies, and he told his cousin, of all the ladies, there's something about this one. I'm sure he'll tell you his own version at some point.
Some years from now.
Okay, so let me just say what he said. He used to tell me that on the day he was coming, that he actually feels like God said you will meet someone today. But as at that time, you didn't. And I remember meeting him. I was like, interesting guy. We connected on different levels. I remember him commenting my feet. He said, I have lovely feet. And I was wondering, excuse me? Who says that? And I later found out that his foot fetish. Is it foot fetish?
I mean foot fetish.
And
I like feet.
So
if I don't like your feet, not my style.
It's instinct for him. The moment he sees a person, the next thing he does is he looks at the person's feet. I don't know how he does it, but it's normal for him. So nothing happened because as at that time I liked another guy and all of that. You know how it is when you like somebody now. So about
you liked another guy. Continue.
About 6, I wasn't in a relationship though, but just this guy is at the head. So about 6 months later, I enter Investor Videos and we reconnect. I'm like, oh yeah. And in between we had actually been whenever I speak to his cousin. I'll say, oh, good to meet you. He'll say, oh, good to meet you, and all that. And then we met in University of Lagos, and okay, this lady, and then we started with frequent visits to come to visit me and all that, and we get talking, and with time we built this friendship that was where I look forward to seeing him every day. He looked forward to seeing me every day, I believe. And we got to this place where I could tell him a lot of stuff. And I also felt like he was a person who cared about me, who wanted me to be a better person. And so for me, that stood out for him. I'm just giving this backstory, just to trying to establish this whole true love thing and how do you exactly identify. And so we became friends. And then not one thing led to the other, but he was always there. He was also as truthful as possible, and he wasn't being dubious. He wasn't playing me. He wasn't like maybe he'll say he'll be here and I check and he's not there and all that. So we were able to establish trust pretty quickly because of the person of his word.
This is the part where I tell you this fellow was wearing, right? Let me tell you. Okay, so I was kind of a bad boy before I met her. Right. Kind of. I like women. Kind of like women. Lots of women. I used to be really nasty with liking women that they call me pretty cute at the point. I'm always with this girl for 2 weeks, but another 2 weeks I'm moving to the next one. I wasn't sleeping around though. I was just, getting really close to these girls. And then once I get there's nothing there. I move to the next one. And before I knew it, you look back, you see this, like a number of women who thought they liked you or you liked them. But you didn't say anything. They didn't say anything, but they had this, they were catching feelings, like they say. So at that time, you didn't have a word for it. It was like Yoruba demon, but without the demon part. I was a Yoruba boy on parole. Something interesting happened though. I met a particular girl, and she liked me. It was a really short interval, like maybe 4 weeks. And then I told her I wasn't interested anymore, and she literally collapsed on me. When I say collapsed, like almost, in a mental place. And I think that was when it struck me that, giving people the impression that
leading people on giving signals
was bad. Even though I was not, asking them out, I was not getting any relationship with them. But I was a person who could quickly get into people's emotions. And, when I pull out, it leaves them hurt. So I decided that I was not going to do that anymore. And so for 1 year, and this was a big deal for me, I did not get close to any girl. So by the time I met her, I think I was in a better mental space. I was in a place where I thought, okay, I want to be serious. I want to even know if I can actually fall in love with someone. If I could, be nice to somebody and be faithful to someone. So when I met her and I decided, okay, I want to try this out with this person, I was intentional about certain things. Now, one of the things I was intentional about was, like all relationships, you get very excited and you see things are rushing quickly. The girl likes you want to see her every time, you want to spend time with her. And when in university at that time, I could from after lectures like this to midnight, 2 a.m. you could hang around together. You're always walking around, and and the interesting thing was, I knew I was excited about her. I knew she was excited about me, but I really wanted to test it out. And so the first thing we did was to even talk about our emotions. Okay, so how do I feel about you? How do you feel about me? And if there's any takeaway from that point is, one, be truthful about how you feel. I told her that I really liked her, and that I was not just liking her, but I was thinking about her, for a serious relationship that I was hoping would end in a marriage. And guess what? I was 21. Which meant that, we're pretty much children at the point in time where we're having these conversations. But the key thing, and I always tell people, is have a good heart. Not established from from my history that I wasn't always a good boy, and that I was just basically, trying out things. But this time around, I made up my mind I was no longer that character. I wanted to be a good person. Now, a few things that we did, and I will share as we go along, was that one, I told her how I really felt about her. Secondly, I also told her that I wasn't sure if this was really love. So I wanted us to test it out. Now, how did we test to find out it was love? So I asked her out, and I said to her, I don't want you to say yes to me for 6 months. I want us to be friends and see that it doesn't wane in that time. If it doesn't wane in that time, then maybe we would have actually been, and this meant we were going to be in close proximity, but we were going to keep ourselves separate, at least emotionally, from commitments to saying we are now in a relationship. We just want to be friends. I want you to know me. I want you to understand me. I want you to see my weaknesses. I want you to see who I am and see if it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, you can call it quits and you can move on. And this is because I did not want to break her heart. And I wanted her to have the choice to walk away if it didn't work for her. Now, one of the key elements of finding out about love or understanding true love is being willing to sacrifice. If you are actually willing to give up what you want, then maybe it's truly yours. So like I said earlier, first of all, a good heart. A heart that is willing to give, a heart that is willing to let go of the past, in quotes, and is ready to do new things or is ready to commit to new things. The second thing that I also mentioned was being willing to sacrifice. Now, for me, when I met her, it meant I was willing to sacrifice all my friends. And I know a couple of girls who beefed me because I stopped visiting their room. I stopped, paying attention like I used to because I was a Johnny Joy job. I had like 2,000 girls that I was always going to go and visit. But I then decided I was going to be committed, which is the third thing, to this one person. I was going to invest all of my energies. I was going to invest my time, my focus in this one person. Why? Because I saw a clear vision of what I wanted. I saw in her somebody I felt like I could marry. Now, maybe you want to tell me what it is you said to me or what you put in the stew that you gave to me that made me commit to you.
Okay, so one of the things he says that I said at some point was that I told him that whoever it is that I get married to, I was going to do everything to make it work. Because that has always been my belief. I don't believe in it doesn't work. And I used to say that I didn't want to have many boyfriends. I said my boyfriend is my husband. Of course, it's not going to be like that for everybody. But it's one of the things that ensures that you have success is your commitment. If you want to do it, whatever it is you're doing, if you're not committed to it, you are not likely to succeed. And so I told myself that I was going to commit to whoever it is that I end up in a relationship with. I will be committed to that relationship. If we're having issues, let's talk about it. Let's trash it out. Let's see what can I do better, what can I do differently, so that we have a good relationship. And so yes, that was one of the things that I said that I was going to do, and I'm sure that that's part of what contributed to him making up his mind, like, okay, this is the lady who knows what she wants. This is the lady who is going to go the extra mile with me. She's ready to go through whatever it is that we go through together to ensure that we have a good relationship.
And I must stress this. You see, unfortunately, I see a generation that is too quick to jump out of because things get tough. So sometimes we get to talk to people in relationships. We're fighting all the time. We have compatibility issues, and we have this generation has a way of always bringing new words. He's a misogynist. He's too toxic for me. The truth is, we're two different human beings with two different unique experiences. What made me like her is probably what would have put off someone else, right? The fact that she wasn't willing to experiment with her relationship. She wanted one person who she was going to get married to. Now, you say that to certain guys, that scares them. Oh, the minute I'm in a relationship with her, she will latch on to me and she will not let me go. She'll be clingy, she'll be possessive, she'll be checking on me, right? But I thought anybody who is willing to commit that way was the kind of person I should be willing to commit to. And so, again, we need to examine some of the assumptions that we have made. Some of the things that we've heard about love and relationship are not true. And as we go over, these conversations in the coming episodes, we want to ask you to re-examine what you call love. Re-examine what you think love is. We say love is a choice. It's not a feeling. it's not something that strikes you. It's not something that happens to you. It's something you intentionally build. You consistently make a choice and repeatedly make that choice in the face of every situation you will face for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Now, as we sit here, who says tomorrow won't have issues, right? The only thing I can say is that in that situation, I will do everything I can to be committed to making this relationship work.
And when you say love is a choice, love is choosing that person over and over and over again. There will always be somebody that seems nicer. There will be somebody that is wealthier. There will be somebody that understands you better. But it is choosing this same person over and over and over again. Now, when this question about how do you know it is love, another thing I would say is, he had mentioned it, I just want to put some emphasis on it. How much is the person willing to give? If you're going to say you love somebody, you cannot be selfish. You must be selfless. You must be ready to make the person happy. You must be ready to give of yourself, give of your time, give of. So love is about giving.
Yes.
Fine, we even, what did God give?
Yes,
Or how did God prove his love? It says that he gave his son. And so the proof of love, the first proof of love is in giving. And I'm not just talking about giving because you want to sleep with a girl, or giving just because of the hook-up and all of that. No. We're talking about giving, sacrificial giving, giving when it is convenient, giving when it is not convenient. That is when this person sees and you're like, the way this person treats me, the amount of sacrifices this person has made for me, definitely there must be more to this person must love me.
So sometimes you hear people in a relationship and say, I can't give up my career. No, I can't give up my plans. I can't give up my dreams. The truth is, true love is two people willing to give up anything for each other. When I met her, my plan was to travel abroad to go and do my master's. I always remember the university, Lund University in Sweden. I had a clear plan in my head. But I had this strong feeling that every time I thought about it, that if I leave for a protracted period of time, our relationship will collapse. And I thought, I could do a long distance relationship, but I didn't want a long distance relationship with her. I wanted to be around her. I wanted to be with her. It meant I had to give up that dream. Now, she always says, don't say it's because you didn't go and do your master's. But the interesting thing is that I was happy to leave it. I was happy to give it up. That's the equivalent of giving up a career. At some point in time in her life, she said to me, I want to give up working in a place where she was traveling abroad regularly. And I thought she was crazy. And she told me, I want to do it because I want to be close, be with my children. I have 4 kids. I want to spend time with them. I'm like, okay, she's not okay because this is crazy, right? But as you go along in life, you'll find out that it's about giving. Love is really about giving and giving everything, and you have to be ready for it because your relationship will demand many things. It will demand many things. There are days when, it's maybe today it's a car. You have a car you want to buy, but your wife needs to buy this car, or she's the one that needs to travel and you need to stay back at home. There's so many things you have to give. And if you are not mentally ready to commit to that person that way, then you are not in love. Love is sometimes pain. Love is sometimes inconvenient. Love is not even dependent on whether the person is giving to you. True love is being willing to give without even expecting that return. Now, if you are fortunate, because there is also the element of God coming into that situation, and you meet somebody who is able to meet you in your giving, then you might have actually found true love. But you can't determine, and I find a lot of people say, if I don't find a guy that loves me like that, a lot of times, love is defined by the seed you sow, not by what you get. If you sow the right seeds, you will reap it. There's so many stories I can tell, but let's let the other episode, let's leave content for the other episodes. Thank you for listening to us today. Once again, this is Love Unscripted with the Tanners. See you next episode, and please subscribe, like, share,
comment.
and comment.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.